Coming up today on Studio 13 Live, Captain America is officially off the market. What Chris Evans and new wife Alba Baptista did to make sure their wedding was a very private event.
Plus, we're learning how to make popular smoothies with Hydrate Juice Bar, how they're helping people get healthy through their Cleanse program.
Then, a Pennsylvania man sets a new record for seeing the most movies in theaters within a year. How many it took to make it into the Guinness World Record.
And Wendy Simply Cooks is showing us how to make the most out of in-season produce. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds. I'm gonna make your day.
Hey, happy Monday, friends. Welcome to another amazing week. I'm Carly Henderson, and look who's here today, Erin Mayovsky.
So excited to be in the house with you. I love this show.
It's been a minute since we co-hosted together.
It
I'm
has.
excited you're here. Thanks for hanging with us. Okay, lots to get to today. So in case you missed it, over the weekend, U.S. tennis star Coco Gauff officially has her first major title. So this was the moment that she won the U.S. Open. She's now the youngest American to win the tournament since Serena Williams in 1999. Look at that. Over on the men's side, the men took home the trophy as well, marking the 24th major title. Oh my gosh, look at how excited she is. I love it. I love seeing people win things, and just, it gives me goosebumps looking at that.
And to be so young, I mean, just what an excitement, so mature, so into that. I mean, so much time, sweat. We had the Mariners dietitian on this morning talking about how you have to eat healthy. I mean, she did it.
Yeah, I can't even imagine it. They were showing kind of like, she posted on her TikTok actually behind the scenes of her as a spectator when she was a kid. Like her dad took her to watch the U.S. Open. So I can imagine like the relief, maybe the disbelief that she was feeling, just like the pure joy. And I
Just
really,
so surreal.
yeah, so surreal.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
I'd love to be there one day.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Captain America is officially off the market. Chris Evans and Alba Baptista got married over the weekend. They did tie the knot in an intimate ceremony over the weekend. Sources say the couple required guests to sign a non-disclosure agreement. That seems to be the case these days to protect their privacy. Rumor has it, though, that the Marvel stars Robert Downey Jr., Chris Hemsworth, and Jeremy Renner were there. This was a big surprise for fans, though, because the couple never announced their engagement. So that's kind of the way to do it, I think, maybe.
Yeah, they are just, I mean, champs for keeping it super private. That is not easy to do in this day and age. Can you imagine being a wedding guest there? I mean, like, okay, I'm going to go do the cha-cha slide next to Captain America and Iron Man. That would be wild and so much fun.
I think I might just sit there and have my drink and just watch the whole action, going on. Just sit back and kind of take it all in.
Yeah, so happy for them. They've been dating since last fall officially, but I know fans are just eager to see more on the ceremony, but I'm glad they're keeping it private. You got to keep some things private, you know?
For sure, when everything else is public.
Yeah, absolutely. Joe Jonas addressed his divorce from Sophie Turner during the Jonas Brothers performance at Dodger Stadium over the weekend. So right before performing the song Hesitate, which was inspired by Joe and Sophie's relationship, he told the crowd, "It has been a crazy week." He continued by telling fans, quote, "I just want to say, if you don't hear it from these lips, don't believe it." He thanked everyone for the love and support of his family. Wild because, he was dedicating that song to Sophie as recently as like a week and a half ago. So things have changed very quickly, and yeah, kind of interesting to hear him say that on stage.
Well, things change so quickly in the celebrity world, right? For sure. It's just like, you never know what's going to happen from day to day. You think everything's on track, and then it's not, right?
And it's not. Even just in the way I feel like this, divorce has been covered, I feel like we were kind of listening to the sort of public narrative that I'm guessing Joe's camp is putting out there, kind of making Sophie seem like this like hard partying mom who's away. And then I feel like in this day and age, especially with the way we are able to see behind the scenes a little bit more with like TikTok and just all of the different like PR experts who kind of get out there and tell us how it really works. It was like Sophie staying silent is actually the best look for her, and I feel like a lot of fans have her back.
I think a lot of times I would probably tend to stay silent in that, or I kind of like the celebrities who kind of back off and not in the paparazzi, and they're kind of just who they are, and if they get caught on camera, it's fine, but definitely they need some private moments, even though they're so public.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we know the cause of death for Paul Pee Wee Herman Rubens, his death. We now know his primary cause of death was acute hypoxic respiratory failure, which is when the exchange of oxygen from the lungs to the blood is impaired. So his death certificate also says that he was fighting 2 types of cancer. So Paul Rubens shows Pee Wee Herman's Playhouse ran for how many seasons? About 5 seasons, and won 22 Emmy Awards. He died at age 70. And it was a tough one to swallow because some people didn't know what happened and why he died. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis posted a public apology for the letters that they wrote in support of Danny Masterson. So their letters were sent to the judge overseeing his sexual assault trial ahead of his sentencing last week.
Were intended for the judge to read and not to undermine the testimony of the victims or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that. And we're sorry if that has taken place.
One of the women that Danny Masterson was convicted of assaulting responded to this apology saying, quote, "This video was incredibly insulting and hurtful. My hope is that they learn radical accountability."
Well, demolition of Marilyn Monroe's former home in L.A. was set to begin, but is now on hold. The city of Los Angeles approved it being torn down. She bought the home back in 1962 for about, get this, $78,000. She died in the home just 6 months later. After the demolition announcement, the LA City Council launched a move to save it by declaring it a historic cultural landmark.
Yeah. So it's worth like $8 million now. I looked it up. Can you imagine buying it for $78K?
But you know, when she bought it for $78K, it probably was at the peak saying, wow, this is kind of a push for me.
Yeah.
I'm just becoming into who, you know.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty crazy. I just can't imagine being the person who bought this house and then deciding that you want to demolish it too. Like, where's the respect for Marilyn Monroe? And also, why hasn't this been a historical site until now?
Right.
It's kind of surprising.
And I start to think about $78,000. It just sounds like nothing with how the economy's been going today and interest rates. I was thinking, oh my goodness, my parents' first house. I think some people were in the double digits, maybe $75,000, maybe 100 was a ton.
Yeah, wild. Jimmy Buffett's wife, Jane, is opening up after her husband's death late last week. She shared on a message on Jimmy's website saying, in part, "One thing we both knew and experienced through every difficult moment was the feeling of being buoyed up by all the people in our lives." She continued by writing, "Everywhere we went, at arenas, at events, and even in hospitals, we were surrounded by love. There is a whole world of people I want to thank for the incredible kindness you showed us." Jane says Jimmy knew he was loved and looked for the light until the very end. He died last week of a rare, very aggressive form of skin cancer. You know, I hope we can all take a lesson from this and live life like that. You know, I think it's really easy in this world to become very bitter because of all of the, difficult things that we see happening. So I think just like always looking for that light and trying to see the good in the world, even when all of that is going on, is a way that will make you feel internally happy. And clearly, like he, radiated that happiness to so many people who loved his music.
It's well said. And I think so many people who loved his music take that and just kind of sit back and kind of honor him in that time, and as I'm sure his family does, because he'll never be forgotten. There were so many places that he touched, especially places like in Maui and Lahaina. He had his Cheeseburger in Paradise restaurant there, and that was always an iconic spot to go to. So definitely changed.
Yes.
All right. Well, some fans are also desperate to see Beyonce. I love that. They're buying listen-only tickets. Would you? The tickets get you into the show, but because of where you're seated, you can only hear her on stage, but you can't see her. Tickets from anywhere go from about $50 to $250. Taylor Swift fans did something similar. They just gathered outside the venue, so they didn't have to pay, but could still hear. Beyonce will be in Seattle this Thursday, September 14th, and I have a really fun story about Beyonce. I got to see her at a private showing once. It was insane, many, many moons ago, and
with Destiny's Child or solo?
No, solo, but she had whole backup singers. She did did the fans. She did 10 songs. She sang "Happy Birthday" to a friend. It was a treat of a lifetime, and it was a surprise. So
I need to roll with you to parties, girl.
I don't know. It hasn't happened
might
since.
show up.
And the whole time I had my camera, and I was in the front row, and I thought I was taking a video, but I just kept snapping pictures.
Oh my god,
they were great. But
that is so cool.
She was amazing. She was really very sweet.
Yeah, such a legend.
Sure.
What do you think about these listen-only tickets?
You know, I don't know. I mean, okay, if I was going to listen only like to Taylor Swift, you know, I would probably stand outside and just be okay with it and for free, right? Yeah. I did watch some of the Taylor Swift on our camera, our Stadium Place camera. Now, I couldn't get music when I was doing weather one night, but I just, as Abby helped me do, plug into Taylor Swift and pot it up while it was playing.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. You know, I can't imagine paying more than like $50 for a listen-only ticket. Like, it's cool to be in the stadium, maybe pay $50, maybe $75. Nobody should be paying $250 to get to see Taylor Swift, if you ask me, or Beyonce for that matter. That's just too much, and I feel like the ticketing system needs an overhaul. Let's talk about groceries for a minute. An Instacart worker shared a lengthy list of demands from a customer. Now, we don't expect you to be able to read any of this message, but we just want to show you how long it was. So some of the requests include, please kindly shop for the perishable items. Last, place them in insulated bag. Whoa, that is a long message. Pick items with far out expiration dates. Another request was to select certain colors of flowers and send full photos of them so they could pick their favorite. The worker says that she would have tried to help if this wasn't so detailed. I might be in the minority here, but I didn't see the length of this until now, so the length is a little bit extreme, but I think being clear about what you want is actually a really good thing, and I like doing my own grocery shopping, but if I were to pay somebody, I would tell them exactly what to get me too, so that they're not like, oh, which flowers should I get here? Like, take the choice out of it so that they can just move on with their day and move on to the next.
That's exactly what I do. I give instructions, special instructions.
Special instructions. All right, coming up on Studio 13 Live, we are learning how to make refreshing smoothies with Hydrate Juice Bar, how you can get healthy with their Cleanse program.
But first, we're checking in with TMZ for more top entertainment headlines, why Kevin Federline is considering asking for more child support from Britney Spears.
Welcome back. Let's talk about relationships for a minute here, okay? Because there are many reasons why a relationship could fail, but one reason that might not have crossed your mind is that their pet hated you. Oh, man. More than half of people say that they have dumped a partner or decided not to go on a second date after their cat or dog gave them the cold shoulder. But that's not all. Most pet owners have ended as many as 2 relationships for the same reason. Do we trust pets that much? What do you think?
I think that it can be a major problem. I do know one friend who used to anchor in the TV business, I won't say who, got married, they each had a pet, and her counterpart's pet had to go away.
Really? Yeah. I don't know if I'd marry someone if that was the case. I would not give up my pet.
Well, she got to keep her pet, but he just gave the pet to his parents because it was a little spunky.
Was it the pets didn't like each other? Oh, man. Yeah. That's tough. Really blending families there. It's tough with cats because I feel like cats generally seem like they don't like me or like people in general until they warm up. I guess you have a little bit of a warming up period there, but I don't know. I mean, my dog doesn't like most people, and I would still like invite other people into my life and, you know, friends and family. And I don't actually, I think dogs can be a good judge of character, but I don't think that that would make me like eliminate any friends or partners or anything like that because, you know, some animals have their little quirks.
Well, I have a friend who has a dog that's more the alpha dog, and that's a thing too. And my dog comes over, and my dog's pretty friendly, wants to get along with everyone, and my dog always wants to be chased. So sometimes I can pick out those alpha dogs and just kind of keep him back.
Yeah.
You know, man. I'm not going to ruin the friendship over it.
Yeah, don't ruin the friendship on it or relationship. Oh my gosh. All right, let's be honest. Who knows you best? Family, friends, or your dog? Because a new study says that 53% of pet owners believe that their pet knows them better than anyone else in the world. So that includes best friends, family members, and significant others. Nearly half of pet owners tell their pets their deepest secrets, just whisper it to their little ears. And 72% say that their pet can pick up on their emotions. I think pets can absolutely pick up on your emotions, but it's true. I mean, you show, you know, so much of your life to your animal, your little dog. They're with you through so many different things, so many different moves. And, you know, I think it's sometimes you put on a brave face when you go out into the world, but then you come home and you're with your pet and like they know the real you.
They do know the real you. I come home at night when I was on the night shift, whether it was early evening or late, and my dog would be laying down there just waiting for me. And right when I come in, he lays down because he wants to spoon. So I lay down with him sometimes after a nice day, and also he'll go 5 minutes with me just laying there kind of. But I do feel like he loves me unconditionally. Now, my mom loves me unconditionally. I'd like to think my kids and my husband love me unconditionally. My dad and stepdad, hopefully, right?
Yeah. Okay, a new survey found that 2 in 5 young adults think that marriage is an outdated tradition. So 85% don't think that you need to be married to have a fulfilling and committed relationship. More women than men have this view, and believe it or not, one of the biggest reasons for this perspective is the cost of getting married. Most people say it is just too expensive to get married. I kind of understand this as someone who's been in a relationship for a very long time. We've had so many changes in our lives, and we're each other's, you know, partners. But throwing like a $30,000 wedding, which I think is around the average cost these days, it just seems wild.
I would say just elope and have a little party.
Yeah. I like when people elope and then they do like the video or photo, you know, sessions too, because then you at least have the photos to remember it. All right, still ahead on Studio 13 Live. A Pennsylvania man breaks the world record for watching the most movies in theaters over a year. What he is raising awareness for.
Wow, but first we're learning how to make popular smoothies with Hydrate Juice Bar, including their berry booster and chocolate honey. We'll be right back. right, it's time for Seattle Sips, where we check out amazing drinks in our area. Hydrate Juice Bar is one-stop shop for all things healthy and wellness, from their cold-pressed juices to their healthy bowls and cleanse program.
So many delicious things there. And today we're going to be learning how to make some of their popular smoothies. For that, we are joined by the owner, Tanner Worley, and General Manager, Lana Escalera. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. This is so much goodness on this table.
I'm so excited for this.
Yeah, Hydrate Juice Bar opened in downtown Seattle at the end of 2022. Tell us about kind of what made you want to start this kind of business.
Yeah, so I've always had a passion for health and wellness, and during my entrepreneurship studies with my MBA, I had a project to open my own business, and it was a juice bar, and I realized that I could really take off with it. So
Great. What are we making first?
Yeah, so we're going to be making the Berry Booster smoothie. We are going to actually have some fresh orange juice right over here. We squeeze it ourselves at our location. So no preservatives, no added sugars.
Nice.
We're just going to put a little bit in here.
Love. Fresh orange juice is just so much better than the store-bought stuff.
Absolutely. We're also going to be adding in some mango.
Ooh, yum.
We were just talking to a nutritionist about how all these foods are so healthy for you to keep munching on and snacking on during the day. So
So great.
we've been up for a while, so this is perfect.
And now I'm just adding some strawberries.
Yummy. So many yummy vitamins in there and good things.
And then a little bit of raspberry.
Okay.
And then we're going to put in a little bit of honey. So we are vegan, but if you did want a vegan alternative, honey isn't vegan. We do offer agave and maple syrup.
Oh, okay, great.
Perfect.
So good.
And then we're going to do a little bit of vanilla extract. And then Camu Camu, it's a vitamin C supplement. A tablespoon is about 50 oranges.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
So how did you guys perfect all this?
so we actually came up with the menu with the help of a consultant from Bali, and so he helped us kind of create our menu.
Great.
Perfect.
This is wonderful. Vitamix is like the best, right?
Yeah. All right, let's hope this takes off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
Not too loud. That's a soft one. That's nice.
Yeah.
That was going to blow us out here. All right, these are amazing drinks, from the menu, pressed juices to hot coffees, guys. What about the hot coffees?
The hot coffee. So yeah, we do coffee elixirs, lattes. And we also do superfoods in that as well. So we include reishi powder. We also do, like I said, maple syrup, add extra sweetener. Almost done.
Okay.
Gracious,
I'm
they're so
excited.
popular. Yeah.
Yeah, so much good stuff. There we go.
Okay.
Smoothie time. I actually worked at a smoothie shop when I was in
you
high
did?
school. Yeah,
Okay.
I loved it. Good life skills there.
I owned and operated an espresso stand, so I get the coffee part of it. But this is really good. you know?
Yeah, for sure. So you're gonna pour it up for us.
Nice.
Okay.
Great. Is this one of your most popular smoothies?
This is our top seller, correct?
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Maybe just put a little in here, because just to make sure we don't have time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it too.
Try
I'm
it.
all about that. So talk to us too about your salads and other options you have while we're tasting this.
Yeah, so our salads, we do offer 3 salads. We offer a Mediterranean garden party, and our top seller is our summer strawberry.
Thank you.
We also offer 3 different toasts, our carrot lox, avocado feta toast, and an adult PB&J.
Oh my gosh, this is so good.
We're to both. This is really good, and the avocado and the PB&J and all of that, so fresh and healthy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you guys so much for coming in
course.
today. This is absolutely delicious. Tanner and Lana, you guys are the best. We posted a little more info on Hydrate Juice Bar on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live. Cheers to that.
Yep.
Still to come on Studio 13 Live, we're going to be learning how to play a game with Brian McMillan, how you can have fun with your loved ones.
I'm a little nervous for that. Well, up next, a little movie madness. Which films topped the box office this weekend, and just how much The Nun 2 conquered up during this debut.
I'm gonna make your day. Yeah, I'm gonna make
welcome back. The Nun 2 topped the box office over the weekend, conjuring up a scary good $32.6 million domestically and another $52.7 million internationally. Wow. So the sequel is the 9th chapter in Warner Brothers' Conjuring series, with the return of Sister Irene as she faces Valak, the demon nun. So it knocked The Equalizer 3 from its first place spot last weekend. Coming in third is this weekend's other new release, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3, earning $10 million at the box office. Yeah, this looks terrifying. I don't know if you've seen any of the Nun movies, but they look absolutely terrifying. I think it's the highest grossing horror franchise that there is. On Studio 13 Live, we were just blessed with a surprise visit from some of the nuns just a couple weeks ago. Have a look. Do we have that video?
Oh, wow.
Terrifying. This, let me tell you, this wasn't acting right here. Just feeling actually creeped out right here. They were so scary, even without faces, so I can only imagine how terrifying they will be in that film.
Yeah, scary for sure. I don't like scary movies.
I don't either. I think I'm cool when I'm watching a scary movie. I'm like, haha, I'll laugh at them sometimes because it's so ridiculous. And then I go home and I'm like, I'm gonna need a nightlight tonight. And
if I watch them, I think of the one with Michelle Pfeiffer, What Lies Beneath.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that I've watched so many times and it scares me every single time I know what's gonna happen and I jump, so we'll see.
Spooky time.
Yeah, for sure. Well, a Pennsylvania man set a new Guinness World Record for seeing the most movies in theaters over the span of just 1 year here. Zach Swope watched 777 movies in order to break the previous record of 715. He targeted, get this, 16 to 17 movies per week and took a day off to mentally recharge. I don't know where I'd be at. Swope was monitored by a theater employee at all times, and the rules, including not taking bathroom breaks, having any snacks, or scrolling through his phone during the films. I just leave the phone at home. Someone with aspirations or Asperger's syndrome. He says he's also did this to raise awareness. This is good for autism and suicide prevention. So something good out of this after putting all that time in, for sure.
I love that he did this for, you know, a higher purpose, a higher cause. Why are they not letting him have snacks in there? That is like the best part of going to a movie, is breaking out the popcorn and having a snack.
Well, I think if you have to go to the bathroom too, could they just press pause?
Yeah, no kidding. It's still an accomplishment to watch all of these films. I wonder, though, after it, if you would really enjoy watching movies, because that is like a lot of binging movies. You know what I mean? 16 to 17 a week. That's probably how many I watch in a year.
Well, you know, when you binge something on Apple TV, Netflix, any Amazon Prime, it's tough, right? You get into it, and then you're like, I'm glad I'm done with that. I got to get back onto the exercise routine or something.
When I was in Chicago, I watched the girl break the Guinness Book of World Records record for longest time continuously hula hooping. She did it for 100 hours, and they are really strict with the rules on that. So there's things like someone has to be watching it all the time. She was even like live streaming hers, and she would take like very brief naps in the whole thing, because you have to take like breaks at points too.
I can't imagine doing that and keeping up the hula hoop.
Oh my gosh, I know. Skills there. Get this. Speaking of movies, a new expose is critiquing Rotten Tomatoes, claiming that the popular movie review website is rigged. So, according to Vulture, a marketing firm called Bunker 15 has been paying critics to write positive reviews for at least 5 years, boosting their overall ratings. Rotten Tomatoes is partially owned by the ticketing company Fandango, which shares a parent company with Universal Pictures. One example of the manipulated reviews includes the 2018 drama Ophelia, which jumped from 46% to 62%. Rotten Tomatoes responded to the claim, saying fake reviews are not tolerated on their site. That is a bummer. As somebody who always looks at Rotten Tomatoes to see if I should go pay the money to see a movie in theaters or just wait till it comes out, I don't want those to be fake reviews that are influencing my decision.
It's not fun. Why do people have to do that?
I know. Come on, don't do that. I know I have heard of marketing firms, you know, writing reviews for different places on Yelp and that sort of thing. So I think this is just something that we have to kind of look out for when you're looking at reviews. But I always try to go to the profile if I'm looking at like for a restaurant or something like that, or there's like a really extreme review one way or another that is going to potentially kind of sway my opinion. I try to kind of like look at the profile and be like, is this a real person? How How many other reviews have they done? But that's a lot of digging on Rotten Tomatoes, too.
I know, that's a lot of digging. You got to get deep into that. Just be fair and honest, and people will come, for sure. All right, well, a clever sports moment is going viral over the weekend after a soccer player whipped out a card trick in London at a charity match.
Could be the first booking of the game.
Wowzers, trousers.
Yellow card.
The Uno reverse.
He's Uno reversed it.
That's YouTuber Max Posh pulling out a reverse Uno card in response to the ref giving him a yellow card in the game. I've never thought of that. I played soccer all my life. I should have done that. Unfortunately, the yellow card still counted. The Instagram account for Uno commented on the viral video saying, "This is the level of petty we aspire to be."
Oh my gosh. Right in his face, too. Right back at the ref right there.
Well, I will say sometimes you do get a card and maybe it's not necessary or it's a little over the top or maybe the crowd influenced the referee. And now with AR, they can kind of go back and see. But when you get it, sometimes you don't feel like it's deserved, you whip it out.
It's so mad.
Yeah. We used to have a parent on our sidelines who had a yellow and a red card.
Really?
Yes. He was a friend of mine's dad, and he would say, "Referee," and he would put it up when he didn't agree.
Oh my gosh. I haven't played Uno in a long time. This is reminding me.
Gotta do it.
That. Yeah. A woman started an online debate after refusing to share her scratch card winnings with a newlywed couple that gifted her a ticket. So during this intimate 10-person destination wedding, the bride and groom gave everyone a lottery scratch card as a party favor. One bridesmaid found that she won more than $6,000 from her card. And when asked how much she'd be sharing with the newlyweds, she replied, "None of it." Is she in the wrong?
I don't know. I think like whenever I buy a lotto ticket or something at the grocery store and I check out, maybe it's a cashier, I say, "What do you want if we win? If I win, what do you want?" You know, it's been the billions and millions. I mean, what are you going to do with? It depends on, I guess, what it is and how generous. What do you think?
I think keep the money. I think that is so rude if the bride or the groom comes up to you and they're like, "Oh, well, you got to give me half of this or give us a third of this or anything like that." That is not a gift. You know what I mean? There needs to be, it needs to be clear when you are giving someone a lotto ticket that there are strings attached and that a percentage will be deducted from that. That is so rude. Just go away. No.
Just go away.
No.
Go away for
Glad the wedding's over. I'm taking my $6,000. Oh my God. All right, it's time to take a look at the wild side of Zillow. I know there are people that love fixing up a home, but don't you need some actual structure to do that? So today we're going to be taking you out to Golden, Colorado, where you can buy this shell of a house for a little under $700,000. Zillow listed this as a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house located on the side of Table Mountain. I'm sure you can get a great view of it now since there are no walls. It does have a little leftover sound system there and a great deck and a backyard. I mean, you could definitely rebuild and fix that up, maybe add a second floor. Sky's really the limit there, and you can definitely see the sky when you're looking. So my mom actually found this.
Oh my
She's
goodness.
home shopping in that area right now, and just the whole Denver area has just blown up so much the last few years. And she sent me this. I was like, I can't believe that people are asking this much money for something.
The price for it. The good news is, if you could afford to buy something like that, you know what you're getting into, and everything's open, right?
That's true.
You can structure it how you want it. You don't have to do any of the demolition, really. I mean, you're going to have to knock out some things that are old, but I like the open floor plan. Don't get me wrong.
Open floor plan. There you go. Everything's a patio. Everything's a deck.
Right?
You can just kind of hang out in there. You got to add some temporary shelter for a little while as you're fixing it up. Oh my gosh. Well, if you come across any interesting homes on the market, definitely send them to us. You can find us on social media at Studio 13 on Fox.
All right, well, people are getting creative over the latest TikTok trend, girl hammer. Okay, so basically, I thought we were going to see it. I was all excited. I was like, wait, we got to see something. Basically, when you don't have a toolbox or hammer at home, you can use a variety of items to help hang decor inside. And people rushed to the comments, sharing their own items they've used to place or replace a hammer, including a hairbrush, a TV remote, candle, and a heavy book. Now, I am guilty of this. 100%. I've broken so many things where I thought, oh, if I just take this, say, little tap, And then the glass breaks.
Yeah.
Something strong.
Use the bottom of a shoe, something like that. I just feel a little weird with these trends of like girl fill in the blank, like girl dinner, girl hammer, because I feel like as much as it's like cute and quirky, like it almost gives women the reputation of like not being as capable as I feel like we've been, you know, fighting for.
Exactly.
But I guess you could look at the other side of it too and say like, oh, girls are really crafty. We come up with solutions here. We're not given as much and we'll use whatever we have and still get the job done.
I'm going to get it done regardless. I'm not going to pay attention to that.
Yeah. Who needs a hammer?
Right, exactly.
Okay, the 7-year-old girl had a rock-solid birthday after making an incredible discovery at a state park. She found a nearly 3-carat golden brown diamond at Crater of Diamonds State Park in Arkansas. So a scientific researcher says coming across a diamond of that size is exceptionally rare. And it's fitting that she found it as she hopes to study gemstones when she grows up. Another diamond was found in the same park in March, weighing 3.9 carats.
Wow.
I feel like there's going to be a real uptick in visitors.
People are going to be searching and searching in hopes to find the gems, right?
Yeah, it really lives up to its name as a state park.
All right.
I'll be booking my plane ticket there later today. Coming up on Studio 13 Live, our very own Brian Macmillan's going to be teaching us how to play a game. So an easy way that you can have fun with your friends and family too.
And also on Studio 13 Live, we're learning how to use fresh produce in season. Wendy Simply Eats, is here to share her farmers market favorites.
Hey, welcome back. It's always fun to get together and play a game every now and then.
Yeah, for sure. That's why we're bringing in Brian McMillan. Hey, Brian, you're teaching us how to play the game today.
Yes. Are
Learning
you
game.
excited? And you didn't. You both didn't
nervous.
know. You both didn't know that we're going to play a game today.
That's right.
Which makes it even better. Makes it even better. And you're both into pop culture. I figured we'd do something that was pop culture-esque.
Yeah.
Okay? So we're going to be playing a game called Heads Up, and you may have seen this game before. Okay. This is the rules are very easy. On this iPad right here, there's going to be a pop culture reference. So let's say maybe a popular singer or a band or a TV show or something like that that you hopefully will know.
Okay.
And one of you will hold the iPad right in front of you. The other person's going to try and make you guess what it says. If you get it right, you will put the iPad down and then bring it back up. If you can't get it, then you'll put it over your head and it'll pass and it'll go on to the next one.
Okay.
So, person with the most points wins, and that's as easy as that.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Category is pop culture, and we'll want to make sure that they're able to see it here.
Okay.
But here we go. Here we go. All right, this will be fun. All right. So hold that up facing Erin, so you can't see it. Okay.
I
All right.
Okay.
All right. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Okay, hold on. Oh boy. Oh, it's the opposite of winter.
Summer.
Yay!
Yep.
Down or up?
Down.
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 Okay.
There you go. Okay, good.
Oh my gosh, the movie just came out. It's Pink.
Barbie.
Yes.
Good. Good. Good.
Oh my gosh, the craze of her concert at Lumen Field was insane.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're doing really good.
Oh, I love him. He's in the movie
Harry Styles.
Notebook. Is it the Notebook?
Oh, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
me too.
Oh boy, we were just talking about if we win.
The lottery.
But what's the big one?
Powerball.
Yeah.
Okay, don't look at the monitors.
Okay, no.
Look at her.
He's a singer. He's popular.
Harry Styles.
It sounds like Rake.
Drake. Drake?
Yes.
Count.
You can't do
When the
that.
Seattle Public Schools go on,
What? Break?
when they don't start school right away, it's called a. The kids don't go to school and the
Summer
teachers
break.
are out picketing.
Protest?
Oh my gosh, yes. Skip. Okay.
5 seconds.
We don't like scary movies.
The Nun. The Shining.
Oh, this is a hard, tough one. I'll skip it.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Time's up. Time's up. Time's up. That was really good, though.
Can I tell her what it was?
Yeah, you can.
It was a strike.
Oh,
They go on strike.
So that was really good. So Erin, you get the points because you were the one working the hardest there. You get six points. Okay, so that was really good.
I'm out of breath.
All right. Do you want to do pop culture
Yes.
as well? Okay, pop
wait.
culture. All right.
That
as
is
well.
my specialty.
You're gonna be.
Okay. All right. Are you ready, Erin? So hold this up. Here we go. You have 1 minute. Kind of cheat to
Oh.
the camera so they can see as well. All right. Ready?
Okay, like this.
There you go.
Oh, skip.
Correct.
She did. She has an amazing voice. She just was dating SpongeBob SquarePants in the film Wicked.
Oh my goodness. Skip it. I'm bad at that.
It's not The Bachelor, but
The Bachelorette.
Yes. Her concert was at Lumen Field.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Oh, repeated.
The big tennis thing, not the U.S. Open. What's the other one in the UK?
The British Open.
No.
What?
No. Starts with. I don't know if I can say.
You can't say it starts with.
Okay,
No,
skip.
skip it, skip it.
No. Wimbledon. Sorry. Wimbledon.
Okay,
Sorry.
great. This one was already done. Summer.
Skip.
It was
Yep.
skip, yeah.
Oh, got a point.
She's playing at Lumen Field really soon, and we were just talking about how
Beyonce.
people are. Yes. She's a really talented. She started on the Disney Channel, and she just flirted with Usher during his concert, and
Kate something. No.
it starts with
Katie.
that. What do we call it when we're gossiping?
Oh, time's up. I'm sorry. Time's up.
Keke Palmer.
All right.
Hey.
Well, I think there was a couple of ones that you said you got.
probably gotta
So I'm gonna
take
get-
two
you get
off.
five. Okay, 5.
We
Now
get to do one more, I think, right?
we get to do one more.
Yeah.
Okay. So now you're both are gonna do it for me.
Okay.
I feel like we're already a team
Team.
anyway.
You guys are pretty good. You guys are pretty good at
I think
this.
she's better at pop culture though.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
So I'm gonna guess now. Here we
Okay.
go.
Don't look at the monitor.
I
It's hard to see in the monitor.
just want to make sure. Okay. I think we got it. Here we go.
Okay. It's not Barbie. It's the other one that came out
Ken.
the same week.
No, the same
the
weekend.
Same movie.
The same movie.
About the-
Oppenheimer.
Yes.
Oh, he didn't have a great weekend in football. They were the Super Bowl champions, and he came back out and.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes. Good job, Erin. Baby.
Britney Spears.
Yes.
That's really good.
I'm going to jump in the blank because it's so hot out.
The car.
It's the outside body of water that people
The
have at their
ocean.
houses.
No,
At their
but
houses.
at your houses.
Oh, the pool.
Yes.
The car.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh, we just had this
We
one.
already
Skip.
did it.
Oh,
Skip.
skip.
You shouldn't be repeating like this. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's not during the week. It's
The weekend.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you would know this. It's not cold out, but we're going in.
It's hot.
Yes, but 3 days in a row, it's called
It's a long weekend.
No,
It's
3
two
days of
words.
hot weather.
3 days of hot weather,
Yeah.
a heat wave.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh, what is Taylor Swift's concert called?
The Eras tour.
Yes, good job.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, we just had it. I love soccer.
The World Cup.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll give you that, B-Mac.
Did you get times up?
Yeah.
Look at this.
How much better was that?
How many get? It's counting them up right now. I accidentally said correct for one. I got 8. I got 8 because you both were amazing. That, my friends, is heads up. That was a lot of fun. That's what.
Oh my goodness,
There's acting versions of that one too. Maybe we'll try that again. Okay.
I think we should do that. I love
That was
that game,
fun.
Brian. Thank you so much for teaching us how to play heads up. That was good. Oh, the blood is boiling.
I
It's
know.
kind of rushing through my body right now.
know.
Keep going.
If you have any games that you want Brian to teach us, definitely shoot us a message on social media, Studio 13 on Fox. And hey, up next, we're going to eat. Wendy Simply Cooks is teaching us how to not let our fresh produce go bad. Delicious ways to use your farmer's market finds. And don't forget, if you missed anything from today's show, you can find it all on our website. Head to fox13seattle.com/Studio 13 Live.
I'm gonna make your
Time now for Emerald Eats, where we get to highlight the best of the best around here Wendy Simply Cooks is a woman-owned and run small business. It focuses on farm-to-fork catering, everything from meal delivery to private events and large gatherings. And joining us in studio is Wendy Deaton herself. Hi.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. This is a beautiful table with so much freshness. I'm so excited. But first, tell us how Wendy Simply Cooks got started.
Oh gosh, it started when I went to culinary school in New York City, and then shortly thereafter I went and got my experience at the fine dining restaurants, and there it really focused on the farm to table movement. And so, and COVID happened, and I was like, well, I'm not going to stay here, so I came to Seattle to stay with family. And while I'm at home, I'm thinking of ways like, how can I use what I learned in New York City, this whole farm to table movement, and make it more accessible to everyone, not just in a fine dining experience. And so I was like, I'm just going to start building these abundance bowls, like these grain bowls, either with ancient grains or quinoa with lots of fresh local produce, and just start delivering to people's home, because everybody was at home for the most part.
I'm excited to dive in, so we can start kind of building as we're talking, but talk to us about how this kind of fresh food makes a difference with these ingredients as we build.
It's just fresh and delicious. I mean, most of this stuff was harvested within like a day or a week of us eating it. So yeah, so what I want to go ahead and get started today is we're going to build our seasonal stone fruit and burrata bowl. And I have a couple tasks for you guys. So first we're going to make the shallot vinaigrette over here, and you're going to put all these ingredients in. Meanwhile, you're just going to whisk in the olive oil.
Okay, should I add these first?
Yep, go for it. So that's a little fresh lemon juice.
All of them?
Yep, go for it. A little shallot. So the shallot, so fun tip for at home, the shallots are just going to add a nice like zing to the dressing without being too overpowering. And then the Dijon and the lemon just adds that nice tartness. And then we have a little balsamic vinegar, which is always nice. And then salt and pepper, which we can't cook without salt and pepper. Yeah, just like a smidge.
Okay. I was like, whoa.
Let's not go too crazy.
And then all of this, maybe.
Yeah, sure. Let's go for it. Beautiful.
I like the pepper.
Love it. And then you're just going to whisk it in. Meanwhile, we're going to have you start massaging the kale. Have you massaged kale before?
I have never massaged kale, but when I go to restaurants, I love a massaged kale salad, so let's
So you know what we're going for. You know the end game here. So what you're going to do is add in a fresh lemon juice and a little bit of olive oil and then salt. So what we can do is just use this. And then we can add...
Did I use all your lemon juice?
Yeah, you did, but you know what? There's a little bit, so we'll just like sprinkle that on. And then you're gonna get some, we have some gloves on here.
Should I do 2 gloves or 1?
I would do 2 because it's best just to have both hands in, and that way, just drizzle that in.
Okay, a little bit more.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, and then do it while you're whisking. Yeah, I know, two actions at the same time.
No, it's fine. I just don't want to add too much.
And then what you're going to do is start massaging the kale. So the point of this is just really like coating all sides of the kale. And what you're going to notice is that it's probably going to go down like half the size.
Really?
Okay, yeah.
Is that too much olive oil?
No, totally fine. Yeah.
And then is this the tip of? Is there a method to the massaging?
Just go wild with it. You know, have fun. But yeah, what I did is I just shredded the kale just into small bite-sized pieces, and then that's what we're going to do is just make it a little bit smaller. And
a little more.
What it does is just makes it more palatable and easier to eat.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love the kale's just going everywhere.
To be honest, if you go out to eat with me at a restaurant, that's what the table is going to look like too. I go crazy and I love it so much.
It's awesome. We're having fun. We're having fun. That's important. So, after we've massaged the kale, we have the bowl started here, right? So we have the ancient grains at the bottom, and these are grains that came from Eastern Washington. So everything you see is very, very local to Seattle. I tried to shoot for 200 miles. And so what we're going to do is put the kale on top of the grains.
Just transfer it like this?
Transfer it. Beautiful plating. Nice job. And then we're going to add in the burrata cheese, which is this. And this actually came from a local cheesemaker here in Kent. Yeah, dump it. Have fun with it. And then the plums up here. We did 3 different varieties of plums from AG Family Farm. Beautiful. Local hazelnuts can go on top. Love it. And then the microgreens. Yeah.
There we go.
There is our grain bowl. And then the drizzle of the balsamic vinegar over top. Yeah.
How about that?
I was thinking
this one. Oh my goodness.
Sorry about
We'll just do a little bit like this. This one's yours, Carly.
You know what? It's all gonna taste the same. It's totally fine. Yes, please.
I can drizzle on here. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so wait. So if you're not a home farm table kind of connoisseur, where can we get all this kind of great food?
You can order online at my website at wendysimplycooks.com. You can also find me at the local farmers markets. I'm at Bellevue on Thursdays, Finney Ridge on Friday, U District on Saturday, and West Seattle on Sunday. I have a home delivery service. You can order, place your orders by midnight on Friday for Monday delivery, and you can get all these bowls and beautiful salads and soups to your house. So. And how do they taste?
They taste phenomenal. I'm just going to say it. I know it looks a little messy and didn't go as it was supposed to, but this is really delicious either way.
Messy
Great ingredients.
is good.
Yeah. Dressing is good, even though it has a little extra lemon in it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Beautiful.
If you I know you encourage people to eat with the season, so kind of talk about how people can do that.
Yeah, it's about trying not to eat tomatoes in January. You know, if you're gonna have a tomato in January, maybe it's a pickled or preserved tomato.
Yeah.
Rather eat a tomato when it's at its prime, at its peak, when they're just all over the farmers markets and they're just delicious and amazing, and all you need to do is sprinkle a little salt and cracked pepper on there.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Wonderful. What should we be eating right now?
Right now, we're coming to the end of summer, going into fall. So tomatoes, corn, a little bit of summer squash is still left over, stone fruits, which we used in the bowl today. So there's, like, right now is the best time in Seattle to
all
get
these great ingredients.
Yes,
Wendy,
absolutely.
thank you so much. This was so much fun. We've posted more information about Wendy Simply Cooks on fox13seattle.com/studio13live. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Wendy.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm gonna make